What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the one and only Fragrance Return. You gotta thank God for another day to smell good. So today, 8 fragrances, affordable, a couple clones in here as well. They're gonna have you smelling great this fall season. Gotta tell you about these. Got some new features to the channel, some that I haven't talked about before. So I'm excited to share them with you. Got some good stuff here to share today. So let's start here first. Look at this beautiful bottle, guys. This is Milano Prey. I really love the cap on this. It doesn't weigh too much, but it looks really nice, and it sits on there very snug. You actually can hold it up by the cap. Don't suggest ever doing that, but it does hold on pretty nice. It does have a really nice feel to it. I enjoy the bottle style. I really like this kind of gold liquid in here, and just overall really looks much higher quality than the price point. This is going to be inspired by 1 Million Privé, which is sadly discontinued. Autumn time staple, a beautiful fragrance to wear in the autumn. It's got this kind of red berry sweetness to it. It's got this cinnamon spice. It has this kind of cozy feel. It definitely invokes everything about the fall season. It will remind you of the fall season when you smell it for whatever reason. It is inviting, it is cozy, it is fruity, it is fun. It is also something that you could wear to work and just make this your signature scent. And I think everybody's gonna really love the way this smells. Perfect time for like a Thanksgiving fragrance, something to gift somebody on the, that isn't gonna cost too much money, but is gonna still be smelling great. Pretty much any age can rock this. Just really fall in a bottle. I was able to get my nose on the real 1 Million Privé thanks to my subscriber Patrick for hooking it up, and I was able to do a side-by-side, guys, and this one is really close, and for the price that you're gonna pay for that discontinued gem, I think this is the way to go. It's about 90% the same. I get good performance here, and the quality is on point too. So for under $30, this is excellent. This is Milano Prey Pandora Scents. I believe an offshoot of Paris Corner, but don't quote me on that. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it is a Paris Corner. All right, next one is also a kind of a new acquisition, and this fragrance came out this year. It's already on discounters, heavily discounted. I bought this 50 ml for $40, and man, that value is incredible with Ferragamo Sublime leather. This is the newest one in the line. I've gotten my nose on almost all of them. I really think that this one, though, is the best of all of them. So this one, you don't really get as much leather in this one. It's more about a vanilla, and it's more about this orris butter, this kind of powdery nature. So if you like fragrances like Gentleman's Society Extreme, Ralph's Club Elixir, things of that kind of like more powdery, dressed up orris nature mixed with like a vanilla designer sweetness that you probably have smelled before, this is fantastic. I can't believe how good this smells for $40. I'm stoked that I was able to get it at a discounter, even though it's a new fragrance. Really can't recommend this one enough. You guys want something affordable that has that, vanilla sweetness mixing with something that is a little bit classier, a little bit more refined, a little bit more gentlemanly without going into maybe like a fougere direction, more of a nighttime vibe. Definitely get your nose on Sublime leather, and if you can find this for $40, pick it up, because I feel like as more people try this one, the price is just going to go up because the demand's going to go up because people are going to realize how good this one is. And I feel like this is one of those fragrances where it's actually going to end up costing more in a couple months as more people try this and start buying it, because it is really, really good, guys. Sublime leather from Ferragamo, the newest release in the line. Definitely kind of reins in the leather. I don't know if I said that, but don't get much leather from it. And the dry down isn't anything groundbreaking. It is kind of like a generic kind of vanilla designer dry down. But man, I'm not complaining for under $50 of the experience that one provides. It's stunning. All right, next up is going to be from the house of Abercrombie & Fitch, Authentic Night. This one, I also really enjoy the bottle style on this. This is a magnetic cap. Definitely do not hold this by the cap. The bottle will fall. It's not that strong of a magnet, but it does hold on there pretty securely. I like this gradient black too, kind of like light gray gradients that this bottle has. This fragrance smells like the original Fierce mixed with Ultra Male. So it's kind of better for evening times, better for the cooler weather when you want that touch of sweetness to kind of break through the cold weather. And, it captures more attention than something you probably wouldn't want to wear to the gym, but evenings out, more of a fun kind of casual type twist on that scent profile. And I really do prefer this to Ultra Male. That one just doesn't work for me, but I like the kind of hybrid that they've come up with here. Only gripe with this one is performance. I recommend if you guys get this one, spray it a lot, spray it on your clothes, and spray more than you normally would, because it's always hard to tell if it's like a nose blind thing or performance, but I think I can say, with fairly with fair certainty that this does have semi-poor performance, unfortunately, but the smell is pretty good. It's not, the most high quality, amazing thing smelling in the world. I do wish the quality was maybe a little bit better, but it's still to the point where I'm happy to recommend it. And if you want to twist on that ultra male DNA mixed with some fierce, this is a great hybrid to go with. So Authentic Night is a good, affordable kind of nighttime fragrance. All right, next one up is going to be from the house of Kenzo. This is Kenzo Aqua. Interesting bottle style here, kind of looks wavy. Nobody really talks about this one, but this one is kind of slept on. So it does get compared online to 1 Million Lucky, and it doesn't really smell like 1 Million Lucky. So don't buy this thinking that it's going to be like a one-to-one clone of that, because it's definitely not. It has its own twist. I understand where people are coming from with that comparison. It is on the same level of sweetness. It does also have this kind of nuttiness that you get from 1 Million Lucky, but 1 Million Lucky is a better fragrance overall. You get that plum, and that's just a beautiful scent. This has its own DNA and its own little twist, and it does a good job for what it is. It is maybe on the more youthful, juvenile side. It's got this kind of bright sweetness that it opens up with, and it's got this almond kind of creaminess as well. A really creamy fragrance overall. It's fairly linear, but I get great performance out of this. It lasts all day long, and if you want something similar to that 1 Million Lucky style, maybe if that's one of your favorite fragrances, that's kind of what got me interested in this one. I do like this one as well, not as much as that one, but I think this one is really solid for what it does. As it dries down, it kind of goes into this kind of drier sheet, fresh scent profile. Really just smells like you just did a load of laundry, and the sweetness kind of dies down, and you're really just left with that everlasting, really sweet, drier sheet type or fresh rather, dry sheet type freshness. Not the most complex profile, so I don't really have that much to say about it, but this is a good little fragrance that you can get for an affordable price. It has really good performance, and if you like sweet designer fragrances, if you like those kind of nutty profiles, this is a good one to go with. We all can use we all got some nuts in our life, right? So you can add to that train with the Kenzo Aqua here. All right, enough dad jokes for today, I promise. All right, let's keep it going here with our Varvatos and Nick Jonas. This is Crimson. I really like this one. I still love rocking this one. This has got this kind of warm apple cider smell to my nose. Really puts you in the mood of that fall time. Again, performance is a little bit of an issue, but I don't care because I love the way this smells so much. Definitely going to be buying another bottle of this as soon as I run out of this one. Another one that I recommend that you guys spray fairly heavily, but thankfully it's pretty affordable and readily available these days. This one has some cinnamon spice too, so it really does encapsulate the fall season, kind of like the Milano Prey. Really paints that picture in your mind, or at least it does for me. So with this one, it is a little bit maybe more youthful leaning. You get this kind of red apple prominence, but you also get a bit of this whiskiness sitting underneath. I'm very cautious with boozy notes, so this is one that really works for me. That whiskey isn't too prominent. I really enjoy the blend here. It's a very well blended, smooth fragrance overall, and pretty excellent. And one of my favorite kind of red, affordable fragrances. So Varvatos, Nick Jonas Crimson. I think this bottle looks really nice as well. You don't really see this maroon type of hue too often. And if you do shine a light through it, you can see how much you have left. So that's a good little tip. All right, just a couple more. So this next one's going to be from Ahmed Al Maghrebis. This one's called Blue Oud. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. This one's synthetic as all hell. But I love the way it smells. It's got this kind of westernized oud, this kind of synthetic oud. It's got this leathery nuance. It's got also this citrusy blue, kind of blue Jolly Rancher type sweetness, candied sweetness, which is just amazing. So the way that blue Chanel style, I guess, candied sweetness kind of mixes with that leathery oud, underneath that darkness, the way that they come together is really, really nice. So you get the candied sweetness mixing with that leathery component. So it really makes it a little bit more mass appealing than per se, just another leather oud, Middle Eastern type fragrance. You get that kind of sweetness to complement that, which makes it really, really nice and wearable. And it's my favorite part of this fragrance. Amazing performance here. Lasts all day and night, cuts through the cold really well. And Ahmed Al Maghrebis kind of slept on, but they have some really good stuff. If you guys know if this is inspired by anything, let me know. As far as I know, this is an original, but I have seen some people say it's a clone, but I'm really not sure. If you guys know if this is cloning anything, let me know. But if you want like a blue Jolly Rancher mixed with, you know, a leathery and kind of westernized wearable oud, this is going to have you standing out, and a stunning, stunning fragrance to get your nose on for an affordable price. Great performance. Highly recommend this one. Cap is very much okay. It's very light. I know some of you are going to ask about the cap, so I had to mention that. All right, 2 more. So this one I actually wore the other day. I just kind of go for it from time to time when I want something a little bit fun and casual. This is Pistachio from Paris Corner, and I have tried the real Kayali's, what is it, Yum Pistachio. I actually prefer this one. This is one of those rare occasions where I prefer the clone. This one I find to be a little bit more unisex and wearable for me as a guy. The real one, it do get kind of this floral component to it, to where it smells much more feminine to my nose. Now the quality on the real one's better, but I just like the mintiness of this one. I get kind of more of this like ice cream creaminess. This it's probably coming from like a sandalwood type creaminess here that I don't really get in the original. So I enjoy this one. I'm happy to own it. I'm happy to wear it. Amazing performance. Again, if you want to smell like a snack, you know, if you want something fun, if you want to go on a cold night out and you want to smell like an ice cream, this is the way to go. So really good stuff here. Pistachio from Paris Corner. And you're not going to miss this bottle in your collection. It definitely sticks out. All right, last one up for, you know, a lot of the stuff here I mentioned is kind of on the sweeter side, but, you know, I like sweet designers, so that it just is what it is. But if you want something a little bit more clean cut, a little bit maybe usable for the office, this is going to be a good one for the fall. This is Lalique L'Insoumis, and this is a fougere, but it is not that green, spicy, kind of old school fougere. This is more of that shaving foam, clean lavender, clean soapy type. Great performance here. This is something that you could wear to, you know, if you're going to be going to, you know, something like a work event or something maybe more dressed up, or, you know, anything that you would have to dress up for and you want to be a little bit more professional, you can wear this fragrance and smell great. Lasts a long time. I get great performance out here. I've worn this and it just goes on and on all day long. So performance is no slouch, and really an excellent fougere at an affordable price. You know, it's kind of tough to find a really good fougere at an affordable price, but Lalique has got you covered. Lalique is very solid and provides a lot of value. So happy to tell you guys about this one. Definitely will cut through the cold in the fall, and you will be smelled, and you will smell clean and professional and upscale, and it's office safe. So I had to throw in something that's got a little bit maybe more versatility than some of the other ones I mentioned today. So Lalique L'Insoumis is going to be the last one. Oh yeah, and this one kind of disappears and comes back, so I had to keep my eye on this one for a while. I had my eye on it, and then I was able to scoop it up, but it does kind of go in and out of stock, so just be aware of that. It's not always the easiest one to find. All right, that is going to be the 8 for today. Let me know what you guys are going to be rocking on the affordable/clone side this fall. I'm always happy to hear, and hope everyone's feeling great. Hope you're enjoying your fragrances. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. Join the Fragrance Fraternity, the only fraternity in the world that talks about fragrance. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you're feeling great out there. See ya.